over and do the same thing on the other side. Come down in the shaft of your nose and meet the line. Okay, meet your lines. So the green is here, the blue is here, and then you have this browner color. Make sure that your lines are touching because you're going to come back and blend those lines, okay? So that's that. And now I'm going to come in with that same brush that I used green. I'm going to clean it. And I'm going to do kind of a neutral goldish tone on my brow bone, but I won't quite do that yet because I'm going to use my concealer first and then I'll come back and do that. So what I want to do now is I want to blend all of my shadows together. So I have a brush, it's a little bitty baby brush, but it has shorter bristles and they're a little bit dense. So what I'm going to literally do is come in and blend these lines. There should be no harsh okay, do you see how that's blending? There should be no like distinct harsh lines in between these shadows. Okay, my crease is still cut. Do you see how well blended it is? Now you can see the distinctions, but they're not hard lines. And that's exactly what you want. So, that's done. I'm going to come back and I'm going to add that same navy blue color on my still wet brush, and I'm going to come underneath and connect that line, okay? So I'm going to come underneath here and go up with that line. Do you see that? Come up with the line. You're going to learn today. You guys are going to be pros by the time I get done with you. I want you to bring that line all the way over. Okay? So it should look like that. Do you see it? Now I'm going to come over to the other side, of course, and do the same thing. You can make this line underneath your eye as tight or as thick as you want it. It depends on how much water you have on your brush. If you want it to be really, really crisp, I would actually switch brushes and use the liner brush to make sure the edge is really sharp and wet it. Okay? Bring that line up, just straight up, like Cleopatra style, and connect it because it's all going to make sense once this is done. So as you can see, my eyes are already shaping out, right? Okay. Now that line we don't need to blend. What I am going to do is come back to the green, and I want to put a little, I want to come back in and put a little bit more pop right in the center of the eye where it may have gotten blended a little too much. Okay? Tap my brush. Now I also want to take that same green color and just like I brought the blue liner in here, notice that I stopped at a certain point because I'm going to take this green and I'm going to come on the inner side of that and just get this inner corner. Okay, everything else we brought down to the nose shaft. See, we brought the navy here, we brought the brown here, and now we're bringing the green over and around, okay? Both sides. I hope you guys aren't sleeping on me. Notice that I'm not using a liner brush for that. You don't necessarily need to because this brush, remember, is flat. And so it kind of has enough edge on it for you to get a crisp line. Okay, so we're actually almost there. For those of you that have watched my brow shaping video, you know that concealer on top of the brow bone is importante. And I have not arched my eyebrows, so you know I gotta fix them. So I'm just gonna come here, follow the line of my brow, make it look sharp and perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do that on the other side too. Top and bottom. Make that brow crispy, girl. You see that? Yes, I did say crispy. Pat it in, blend it in. Blend, blend, blend. Everything about makeup is blending. No one should be able to see that I put concealer on top of my brow. Okay. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. Now the last thing I'm going to do before I put on my foundation and mascara is I'm going to do my brows. So I've wet my angle brush and I'm going to dip it in a brown shadow. It's very close and complementary to my hair. Just gonna see how that my brows kind of disappear. I just added that little piece, and now I'm gonna come in and create a perfected line there. Doesn't take much. Take care of that end and come in and perfect the line here. Now, what I'm going to do now is put on my mascara and my foundation, and I'll come back and show you the finished look in just a few seconds. Okay? Hang in there. We'll be right back. Okay, girls, foundation is on. So now I have a very even, full look. And, you know, what I did is I added mascara to the lashes, and I also added a black liner into the water duct. So what I want to do lastly, okay, is that I'm going to take that, that golden peachy tone and just come right here and add it to my brow bone, because my concealer's set, so now I can add an additional color there. Now this one has a little bit of shimmer to it, and you can't really see that in the video. I'm just going to come right here. Remember where it was light before, and you can kind of see where the light was supposed to pick that up. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to come and blend that color in. Now what you also want to do is go in and make sure that you have blended every crevice and cranny, and that there's no harsh lines. It looks like you painted stripes on your face. You don't want that. And the last, well, second to last step is concealer. Now this is how you can perfect the anything on the shadow that you may have messed up before. So like, let's say, you know, you try to do the liner on the bottom and you came down a little bit too far, and it's okay. Leave it just like that. Do the same thing on the other side, and we're going to perfect that line with concealer. So I'm going to take my concealer, and I'm going to make sure that it doesn't have any excess concealer on it, and I'm going to come right underneath and perfect that line. Okay? And follow along the line so that it creates contrast in between the liner and the concealer. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to blend it in, and we'll be done. Besides lipstick, of course, which is the very last step. So I'm going to come in here. Remember, I have the green on the inside corner. I don't want to wipe that off with concealer. Now here's a place that I would recommend if you are not really comfortable with concealer under your eye, to use a concealer brush, but because I am, of course, I'm going to use the finger. I'm going to blend it right into my foundation. See that? Totally lightened the area but made it very focused. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Blend it right into the foundation that's already down. See? That's done. This is how, ladies and gentlemen, you cut the crease. A little bit of drama, a little bit of hey girl. So now what I'm going to do is just pop a little lipstick on top of it. Now you could literally just do a gloss on your lips. I'm going to pop a little bit of color. I have this like kind of orangey golden tone that I'm going to pop on my lips. It's from NYX. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But you could just put a gloss on and go and be done. And this could be like, you just feel like having a really dramatic look today, and that's all that it is. A little bit neutral on the lips. And voila. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you cut the crease. I'll take pictures, post it on Facebook, guys. Good luck. If you have any questions, please go to yesmia.com and let me know. Okay? Bye.